Celtics trade Isaiah Thomas to the Cavs.
Okay.
Right? During the offseason, they announced that the February 11th game on a Sunday that I'm assuming is going to be on national television is Paul Pierce Day in Boston. That's announced in the offseason.
I believe. I'm trying to get
which one's before the other.
I'm trying to get an exact date on that.
So that happens.
Yes, August 18th they announced they were going to retire.
After they traded
I think it's
Isaiah Thomas, right?
When was the trade?
When was the trade? Let's get this all down. Let's nail this down. Let's get this watertight. The trade was
August 23rd.
So, okay.
It was before. It was a week before.
Right, so they announced Paul Pierce.
Yes, week before.
Then they make that trade.
Yes.
Isaiah Thomas now goes to Cleveland. At some point, I guess somebody's got to see that, okay, it's when Isaiah Thomas is coming back that we have this day, except it's not the first time he's back at the building. He's back in the building in December, right?
Number 2.
Right. So we're good. Everything's clear.
Everything's good because we'll
except for the fact that
beforehand.
Isaiah Thomas has hip problems that require surgery, and maybe he's not back in time. And sure enough, he's back the day before he returns to Boston and decides, I'm coming back at home in front of the Cleveland fans, but I'm not going to play the next night, back-to-back nights. He's just coming back. He's hobbled. He's not the same. He's not the same guy. And he says a video tribute to me that everyone was expecting to happen. Don't want it. My family's not going to be there. I'm not playing. And at the time, you and I had this conversation on the show, and you were saying what I said, which is, hey, he's Isaiah Thomas. He's been terrific for the last 2+ years there. His heart and soul, he poured it out on the court. His sister passed away. He still played his heart out with having a tooth knocked out. He needed dental surgery. He's a lion, a heart of a champion. He was the reason why they were the number 1 seed last year.
Gave his heart and soul to the team the last
Correct.
2+ years.
And in a year, and with Brad Stevens coming in, when you're trying to finally get back to those Pierce, KG, Rondo, Doc Rivers, Ray Allen years.
Yes.
He was that guy that you could hold on to, right?
He was a large part of the success the last 2 years.
The fourth quarter's IT time.
There's no debating that.
IT time and TD Garden.
Correct.
King of the fourth.
King of the fourth.
Okay. That's what we said. Hey, that's fine. Except the next time they're coming in happens to be Paul Pierce Day. Now, Paul Pierce apparently went to Danny Ainge and said to Danny Ainge, had a reportedly 40-minute long conversation saying we can't cross these streams. We can't have it. Can't have it.
Yeah. Well, that's when the temperature in the room changed.
It did. What? Because they can't have it.
If the guy you're honoring says, hey, I don't want this, and the guy you're honoring is more important to the franchise and their history than this guy who was there for 2.5 years, then you don't do it.
So Isaiah Thomas then tweets out, hey, then don't give me the I get it. I get it. I don't want the video tribute then.
The tone of his tweets was a little petty.
That happened yesterday. And I said I'd like to thank the Celtics for their gracious offer to play a video tribute on February 11th celebrating my 3 years in Boston. But since it appears this has caused some controversy with Paul Pierce's night, I'd ask the Celtics instead to focus all their attention on 34's career. High class. What's wrong with that? Okay, here's the deal. Paul Pierce, it's his night. As I said yesterday, this reeks of the most New England-y thing I've heard in a long time. Love Isaiah Thomas, love Paul Pierce, but we can't be happy in New England unless we're pissed at each other and pissed at you for calling us out for being pissed. That makes us more pissed. We're New Englanders. Tell me about it, brother. Okay?
We're New Englanders, man.
Okay. So now, last night on the Worldwide Leader, there's Pierce on the set. Jalen Rose had this to say. Roll it.
I gotta say a word for you, fam. I thought it was petty.
Ooh! On who?
On Paul Pierce's part.
In what part?
I love Paul. This is my brother.
Part?
Because to me, there are going to be all type of announcements that happen in the 48 minutes during that game.
Okay.
All types. including celebrating Isaiah Thomas could be one of them. Does not take away from your situation like Kobe's that happened during the game, because they're doing yours post-game.
So, first of all, that was news to me. They're doing it post-game. Like, don't drive home after it's all over. Then they're going to have something after the game, not before it, not during it. Post-game. Okay. That was my point exactly. What is it off of Pierce's nose if in the first quarter break, second quarter break, 60 seconds, there's a video, 30 seconds, 45 seconds, IT, hey, that's it. And then pregame, halftime, every other moment, it's all Paul Pierce. It's his night.
I totally hear what you're saying. And to us, it's probably not a big deal. But to Paul Pierce, it is. And he has earned the right to say, this is a big deal. This is my night. I don't want you honoring this guy who played 2.5 seasons and didn't even sniff the finals when I was the NBA Finals MVP, and I'm the second all-time leading scorer in the greatest franchise in NBA history.
This was his response.
You're going to have different memories from the time I spent there. So now you take another 2 years from the memories.
You just said that, Jay.
He's earned it. He's earned the right to say that.
So I'm to understand, is it a problem if they have a kiss cam? Is it a problem if they have a kiss cam? If they have a 50-50 announcement, is that a problem?
Well, they do that every night.
What if they
do that every night, though?
What if they have one of those shell game moments where you have to guess under which Celtic hat the basketball is? Is that fine? Is that fine?
Yeah, because they do those every single night. They don't do video tributes to players coming back every single night and take the spotlight away from something you earned.
Do they have a race? Do they have a race like around the court where the dots, like there's one Kuzi dot, there's a Kuzi dot, there's a Havlicek? I mean, because they're honoring Kuzi and Havlicek with the dots. Were you good with that?
Their jersey's already up in the rafters. Is he gonna, so they can say whatever they want.
Will they clear every in-house piece of entertainment during the timeout with Paul Pierce to make sure
going over the top
that it's not going to take away from Paul Pierce night?
You're going over the top. He's earned it. He's earned it. One night, he's earned it.
Look, that's the problem with this thing is he's earned it, and IT deserves to get some sort of standing ovation in that building.
And he deserved it the first time a few weeks ago when the Cavs came back. The Celtics screwed this up. Paul Pierce is right. They felt guilty about trading him in the manner that they did.
Yes.
After what he did the last 2 seasons.
Which is a wonderful sentiment.
But here's the deal.
Here's the deal.
Isaiah Thomas made this about him when he said, don't do this for me because I'm not playing in the game. He was in the building. He could have had all the tributes. They could have played the entire halftime dedicated to him, and everyone in Boston would have been okay with it. But he said no.
But
so then you forfeited your right to have the tribute.
But didn't he deserve the right with everything that he put on the line with his family too for the team? That he wanted the family in the building for that nice moment.
Well, then they should have worked it out with the Cavs and had him played that night. They should have worked it out. It's bad on everyone, but Pierce deserves the right to say all this. He's earned it.
In all honesty, though, what is the problem with giving the guy a 45-second tribute in the middle of the night? And Pierce is there too. Hey, we're all part of the same family here. You were only here 2.5 years, but I am Mr. Second overall. It's on the all-time points list. Hey, man, you were great for here. Thanks for carrying the banner in the manner that KG and I had built it.
And I'll tell you what.
What the hell is wrong with that?
That would have made Paul Pierce look really good in this situation.
Yeah.
He chose not to do it, and that's his right.
Back in 60 seconds here on the Rich Eisen Show. When we come back, a video tribute for you, Chris.
Yeah, right.
Because, no, you're not going anywhere.
That's petty.
But I just want to know. Is it your day?
It's Del Tufo night.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Oh, man.
I'm pissed now.
Seriously. No kiss cam, no dot races, no all of the T-shirts that they fire off in those guns. What? No, just it's got to clear. Paul Pierce has got to see what the copy is on those shirts.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.